Alrighty guys, welcome back. If you did watch last episode, towards the end of the video I did say you need to have a clean setup. You don't want any indicators. You want your chart to look simple, easy, and it to be functional. Um, so many traders get messed up on looking for the signals with the indicators that they don't have a clean setup. So that is the first thing you will need to do. So the platform I do use is TradingView. This is what I'm on to read the charts, taking trades. You can use a different platform as long as it has clean candlesticks, multiple time frames, where you can draw lines and boxes like this. Hold up, and like this. As long as your platform is able to do that, that is all you need. So now we're gonna get into going into bigger time frames and matching our model with the internal time frame. So this is what would be called a top-down analysis. So I would go onto the daily. This is where I would find my daily bias, or where we would want to go into the next day or potentially the day. So give you an example here. We do have this daily fair value gap that I would want to see us create some price action to potentially move down, or we could just completely inverse this. The point is I'm reacting and observing to what price action is doing. I'm never trying to predict. So now I would zoom in a little bit more. So probably the 1 hour. We do have this 1 hour for value gap that we did tap into. I want to see PA build up, potentially have a move to the downside inversing that 1 hour. Zooming in to my sort of my middle time frame here. This is where I find the draw on liquidity. So we could have a potential draw here, potentially move at this high, then to see a move lower. I'm never taking a trade on the 15-minute. I'm just trying to get a model based on the 15 minutes. So this could be, I'm trying to get an example here where a model would be. So we do have this sell side was taken. 15-minute has price action. Once we get a close up above this high, this would be our change in the state. So currently we just entered a 15-minute change in the state. We could go higher. But yeah, zooming in a bit more, I could take an entry on the 5-minute. I would rather not, because I want to be in a more precise time range, like the 1 minute or even the 30-second. So this gives me a bit more areas on what the draw could possibly be. Where we would want to go, potentially tap into this, or even this, or potentially our external liquidity. But the 1 minute is where I would find ranges, potentially internal SMTs, all that type of stuff. But yeah, this is what you need to have this down if you want to trade the forever model. You need to have a daily bias. You need to find where the draws on liquidity are. So with my chart, I use black and white candlesticks. My white being bullish candles, my black candles being bearish. I do like to keep it simple, kind of. With this, I recently had a white background with opposite color schemes, and it was made me hard to read price action. So it's really personal preference. I wouldn't do anything with super bold colors because I would cause distractions. So I went with the more slick look of the black and white with the black background. I really do like that, but it's more personal preference. So you do what you want to do, what makes you best read price. And yeah. Alright, now I'm going to go through the settings to make my chart this color, this black color and this white. I'm also going to be showing you how I make the volume. Some people have this volume indicator on. My goal here is to make your chart feel like a workspace, not a video game. So yeah, let's get straight into it. So go into these settings. Symbols. These are the colors I use. I use complete white. I go black, and then for my borders, I use this darker gray for my borders and wicks on my bearish candle. This is completely, this electronic trading hour is completely 0, so I just have a straight black. Time zone is New York, so people, it makes it easier. This is the volume indicator that you want to turn off, so you don't have it all at the bottom. I don't think there's much to show. Canvas, all black. You could do gradient if solid, but doesn't really change anything. So that is all. Yeah, my goal here is to make your chart look like an actual workspace and you to completely flip your mind once you get onto the charts to trade, to not think, I need to take a trade. You got to think of it, I need to work and I have to be smart. So that's my main goal here. So now that your chart is ready, this is where we actually start getting in the work. We are going to be going next episode over changing the state. This one is huge. This is how you read structure. You don't enter random trades. This is one of the biggest keys or components into the forever model. So this is huge. We're gonna be going over it next episode. So let's get ready, boys. Alrighty, so we are done with episode 2 of the series. Episode 3 is really when we start putting in the work. So do say in the comments below, my chart is ready. Let's get it. That's so I know when to drop episode 3. This is when we start reading market structure, and I'm excited for y'all, boys. Let's get into it.